For those that do not know, there is a new Monster Hunter update that's coming out as of this time in the next 5 minutes. And to summarize what's about to happen, basically, it's going to make the game more challenging, at least in my opinion. The biggest thing that they're doing is that they're adding 9-star monsters to the game. If you don't know about how the stars are, originally in Monster Hunter Wilds, it was up to 8 stars, like 8-star temper monsters. 8-star temper monsters meant that that was like the highest of the highest at the time, because we're still getting updates and we haven't even gone through the expansion yet. So things are definitely like, there's still room for improvement as we go forward. They decided to give us 9-star challenges. And the reason why we're having 9-star challenges now is because they're implementing a new system called the talismans. I am told that this is a Monster Hunter Rise mechanic, or it might be a mechanic older than that. I don't remember if it was in World, so if someone in the chat might have to correct me on that one. But I do know for a fact that this is a Monster Hunter Rise thing. And in Rise, there was these RNG talismans that when you got them, you had a chance of having armor skills, having weapon skills, and having a armor or a weapon skill slot in the talisman itself, and then you had to equip it. That's basically what it was. And because of it, it was a RNG system. So it meant that if you wanted to get a really good specific build or a really good specific talisman, you had to continue playing the game to get the talisman that you wanted. That's how it was back then. They brought that mechanic back for Wilds, and it's only tied to 9-star monsters. And we've already had a specific group of monsters that's going to be in the 9-star rotation, at least for this round of monsters. I'm gonna look up a picture for reference on which monsters exactly are going to be part of the 9-star rotation. Okay, so the 9-star monsters are as follows: Gormagala, Arkveld, Raidou, Mizuzune, Laggy, Seregios or Steve, if you aren't sick of that term yet, Nuudra, Utduna, and Jindahide. Basically, all of the monsters that people like fighting against the most, basically the apexes. The non-apex monsters, they're still like lower. The Guardians, they're still lower. They did say in the next update that we're going to get more 9-star monsters in events. I personally don't like that because it's tied to events. I hope that they change that and they're just part of the game. The other thing that we're getting is various buffs to weapons. Lance, dual blade specifically, sword and shield specifically. I think Lancer and dual blades are like the most talked about one, and long sword, if I'm not too mistaken. Again, somebody can correct me with that in the chat. This sounds like good stuff on paper. Oh, and PC optimization. Well, attempted PC optimization, we'll say that. Now this is the part where I'm going to segue into why I'm talking about this before the update comes out. I go on Twitter and I see people, as usual, complaining. There's something wrong with this. They're 50-50 with this. This feels artificial. What's going to happen to the expansion? They're making the game too grindy for veterans. They shouldn't listen to veterans. Monster Hunter isn't fun anymore. The game deserved, this one got me, the game deserved its drop in player quality, its drop in players. Here's my thing. This is a game that's supposed to be drop in, drop out. It's not made for you to play it in one long dose. People have other stuff to do with their lives. People have other things to do with their lives instead of just playing just Monster Hunter. The new Battlefield beta dropped not too long ago. Everybody was having a good time with that. Metal Gear Delta is coming out. People are having fun with that. At the end of the day, if you are not enjoying the product, you don't have to play it. I hate this mindset, this mentality that we have nowadays, where if there's something that I don't like, instead of me just walking away from the product and or give constructive criticism, I'm going on social media to bitch about it in an echo chamber. That's going to have a whole bunch of people either A, agree with me, or B, say a whole bunch of slurs to me because they don't agree with what I'm saying. And then it just turns into a miserable argument that nobody likes. And that is the exact same thing that's happening with Monster Hunter Wilds. Do I think that the 9-star monster difficulty is artificial? Because that is one statement that I have been reading about a lot. Do I think it's artificial? And a controversial answer, I would say you might have a point there. I'm not gonna say that I don't like the change. If it means more time playing, if it means more hunts, then by all means throw it in there. Do I think it's artificially created that we're just bloating up the monsters with more damage and more health instead of giving them like an overhaul balance of what they can do? I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, you also have to understand we are not in the expansion yet. We got maybe another year's worth of content before they even do anything about announcing an expansion. So for the stuff that we have at hand, they're just trying to make the game more playable, and they're trying to listen to you who's been bitching about the game being too easy. And now that you're getting the challenge that you're looking for, oh, it's artificially created. This is not what I wanted. I want Monster Hunter to be fun. Monster Hunter has always been fun. I don't understand where this problem is. One person said something that's really resonated with me. I'm starting to get where they're coming from. They said the biggest issue that Monster Hunter Wilds has made, Capcom has made at least, they've tried way too hard to widening their audience. And in doing so, you grabbed those type of fans, those type of players. I'm starting to get where he's coming from with that. This is just like what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing right now here is similar to what I saw with Sparking Zero. It's similar to what I see with Tekken. When a game gets too popular, the biggest threat that it can have to its support, to its life support, is its own community. When you have a small, tightly neat, niche-sized community of people that love your product no matter what, you can healthily make it grow and turn it into something very special. I've seen it happen before in the Yakuza community, before that blew up. And then you try to do something and you try to broaden out your audience, you try to get more people in there, you try to get more eyes. And I understand why you want to do that, because it's a business. You want to get more fans in there, you want to make more money. I'm not gonna knock on you trying to get a bag. I understand that. But the downside in this day and age is that when you try to make things that are appeasing to everybody, you get those type of people in there that just want everybody to be miserable. And that's what I think we're currently at with the community. There's too much constant discourse. Nobody is pleased with anything. And Capcom, I feel like they're just back in the corner and they're trying to find something to do to get people to continue to play the game while they're working on the expansion. Keep in mind, a lot of us were complaining about the game being too easy when it came out. They've been rectifying this, or attempting to rectify this, since Title Update 1, when they added more monsters into the 8-star. And then we got the permanent Art Tempered Quest update that happened not too long ago. Now we're getting the 9-star update. They're listening to what we're saying, but now that we're getting what we've been asking for, we have people that are complaining about, no, this is not what I wanted. What do you want then? What do you want then? Like, at the end of the day, I'm still gonna play the game. If you don't like it, that's fine. If you don't want to play it, that's fine too. Nobody's putting a gun to your head and telling you, play this game or else. If you want to walk away from it and uninstall it, that's fine by me. Me, I'm just an ignorant caveman user, and I just want to bonk monsters with my hammer. I don't care how much health they have. I don't care how hard they hit. If anything, it gives me a challenge because it makes me want to play the game more. I love this series. I love his community. I know I just took a dump at the community, but I'm specifically talking about the Twitter side because I've said this all the time. Twitter is just not a real place. It's not real at all. But I love the community for what it is. I've met so many amazing people in this short time of me playing this game, so this does hold a special place in my heart. But to everybody that is just miserable all the time, to everybody that doesn't want to play this game, just walk away. Just walk away. Just find something else to do. It's not that hard. Me, I'm going to try this update. So give me 1 second. Are the monsters being hunting? Hell no. What? It's been 6 months since this game has been out. Give or take. That was my first hard crash on console. I just played a few hunts of the new update. And gore. Nah, gore, fighting gore, 9-star gore is not fun. It is not fun at all. It is not fun. It felt like we weren't really doing anything. It took like nearly 20 minutes just for him to move to a different part of the map. Outside of that, I think the update is very punishing. I can already tell right now that this is going to get players to leave the game. I'm enjoying it. I have a good time with it. I think that the update is fine. I haven't won a single quest, so that's going to give me more of the competitive nature to continue to play the game. But because Monster Hunter can be considered more of a casual game, I can already tell right now this is going to get people to leave it. I don't say that in a negative sense. I'm being like completely 100% honest. Everybody has been asking, not even everybody, a lot of veterans have been demanding, crying, and complaining that the game needs to be harder. And we've gotten this, and I'm going to say this, we've gotten this artificial difficulty increase to the point where this is going to make casual people not want to play the game anymore. I don't think that this is the solution. I think that the update is fine. I'm having a good time with it. But for Billy down the street that just wants to turn the game on and have fun with his monsters, if he winds up fighting a 9-star Seregios that was already pretty tough at 8-star, that's gonna make them not want to play the game anymore. They might end up hard uninstalling. I could be wrong. Things could change. The player base could increase dramatically with it. I'm hoping that the player base increases dramatically because of it, but that's probably not going to be the case until the next expansion comes out, or the first expansion comes out. I don't know what Capcom is going to do. I worry for them because they are scrambling almost desperately to get the people happy. But this is a situation where I don't think anybody is going to be happy in the end. For me, I'm always going to enjoy Monster Hunter, no matter what they do with it, unless they completely destroy the game. I think the one thing that they really do need to focus on more than anything, for sure, is the PC optimization. I don't know for sure on my end what's going to happen, but that's something that they really need to prioritize as number one. Just optimizing this game. By the way, this game has been out for 6 months, and since this update dropped, I have had my first ever hard crash. That is kind of worrisome for me. I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt, but I hope that that's the one and only time. And it happened after I got Carter versus Arkveld. So I hope that was just the one and only time that happens. But if I get more hard crashes, then Capcom, you may have messed up your game. I don't know what's going to happen from here on. I'm optimistic as best as I can, but this update is very interesting, and I feel like it's gonna make or break a lot of people's perspective of this game. But I can already hear a lot of casuals saying this is too difficult, I don't want to play anymore. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. Because this game is fantastic. I want everybody to play this. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and especially hit the bell notification icon to receive updates for when I upload next. Like I said before, I did enjoy this. I think the update is fine, but I can understand why this can make people very frustrated. But time will tell. We'll see what happens going forward. With that being said, my next video is not going to be around for at least another couple of weeks. It's a pretty big one, so just be patient for that. But with all that being said, my name is Cage. I'm a monster hunter. I'm just a gamer in general, and I'll see you beautiful people next time. Later.